Coming up on Fox 35 News at 10, BB gun attacks. The suspects say it was just for fun. Hear from police who say it put an entire neighborhood on edge. And companies are selling your data. Now you can too. Find out how to make money coming up on Fox 35 News at 10.
Fox 35 News at 10 starts now.
Good Samaritans help get an accused drunk driver off the road.
Random BB gun attacks. The suspects tell police it was just for fun.
And make money selling your own personal information.
Tonight's top story, 3 teenagers accused of going on a BB gun rampage in Palm Bay. Police say the guns were fired drive-by style out of an SUV. Good evening and welcome. I'm Luann Sorrell.
And I'm Ray Vieda. Thanks so much for joining us. Fox 35's Samantha Sosa is live tonight. And Sam, luckily they didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, fortunately, no one was seriously injured during these incidents, but police say it could have been a lot worse.
Thanks so much, Sam. New video tonight of that tornado that hit Jacksonville yesterday. Officials say this was an EF1 tornado that caused damage through parts of the area. Look at that video. Tornadoes of that strength can have winds as high as 110 miles per hour, which you can see cause a lot of damage. That storm continues to churn tonight, and we could be dealing with more storms of our own tomorrow.
Yeah, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner joins us now. So, Brooks, are we looking at anything serious possibly?
Nothing overtly. It's nothing like we're looking at the map saying, yeah, that's going to be the day. But we could have one of those days tomorrow where with the sea breezes colliding, we get some big boomers, and 1 or 2 could, in theory, become severe with damaging wind gusts. But Elsa itself is making tracks. This thing is out of here. It's long ago past, but its legacy left behind is heavy tropical moisture across Florida. So we're going to have no shortage of thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon with the daily thunderstorm cycle. And tomorrow with the East Coast and the Gulf sea breezes colliding right over central Florida, right over Orlando, we could have some big boomers. Earlier today, we had a severe thunderstorm warning in Orange and Lake counties. Just a random severe thunderstorm warning, kind of a similar process, just a demonstration of all the instability in the sky. But this tropical storm will be racing through the northeast. And in fact, tropical storm warnings are in effect from the Delmarva Peninsula, kind of near Washington, D.C., all the way up through New Jersey, Long Island, and southern New England. So Elsa not yet done with the U.S., especially up in the northeast there. But as far as we're concerned, essentially, we're just dealing with the leftover moisture. A dry overnight tonight, but tomorrow, I mentioned that storm threat. Will it be severe? Well, we're in this sort of minty green right here, the 0. That means thunderstorms are possible, which, yes, indeed they are, but we're not even in the marginal or slight, so there's really no widespread concern. But as always in Florida in the rainy season, severe thunderstorm can pop up. It's usually from all the water being pushed way up high in the storm, and then it flushes down. It's called a wet downburst. So we might have 1 or 2 of those tomorrow. 76 degrees at midnight, 75 at 1, and 75 at 2. Just a few sprinkles overnight. A nice rest from all of that, guys. Between the 4th of July fireworks and all the thunderstorms, it's been tough sleeping weather.
Absolutely. Brooks, thank you. Well, Tropical Storm Elsa left a trail of destruction across the southeast. This video is from a trailer park inside Kings Bay Naval Submarine Base in Georgia. RVs flipped over. Some of them smashed right onto cars. 10 people were hurt. As people pick up the pieces there, one woman is desperately searching for a briefcase with her parents' wedding rings inside.
I don't know that we ever will. I mean, praying for a miracle. Pretty much the only reason we're out here today. So, but we're okay, so we're thankful.
Hopefully she finds them. The good news, no submarines or military equipment were damaged in the storm. Well, before any other weather strikes, make sure you have the Fox 35 Storm Team weather app. It gives you the latest radar and hour-by-hour forecasts to help you stay weather aware.
Developing tonight, we continue to follow the situation at Images condominiums in Kissimmee after we broke the news last week that breezeways on some buildings were in danger of collapsing. We went back today to get an update on why it took a week for repairs to start. Contractors are piecing together repairs for the breezeways. We found wooden supports resting on the side of one of the buildings that was forced to evacuate after being deemed unsafe. When we talked to several residents last week, they were demanding answers. Now it seems they finally have some.
I know that there's still, a lot they have to do. But the good thing is that they're keeping us posted and they are working with the county.
Representing the Images Condo Association believes contractors will be done by next Friday. That's when Red Cross assistance for the displaced family ends. The man accused of shooting a Daytona Beach police officer is now charged with attempted first-degree murder. The official charge was filed today against Othel Wallace. The shooting sparked a 3-day manhunt, which led police to a treehouse in Georgia where Wallace was hiding. He was extradited back to Central Florida last week. Officer Jason Rayner is still fighting for his life in a hospital. President Biden has moved up the deadline for U.S. troops to withdraw from Afghanistan. The original date was September 11th. Now it's August 31st. U.S. troops have been in Afghanistan for nearly 20 years. The president says he trusts the Afghan military will be able to defend itself against the Taliban, and that a Taliban takeover of Afghanistan is highly unlikely after U.S. troops leave.
Do I trust the Taliban? No. But I trust the capacity of the Afghan military, who is better trained, better equipped, and more competent in terms of conducting war.
President Biden says at this stage, it's the responsibility of the Afghan people, not the U.S., to nation build. Coming up on Fox 35 News, Disney announcing a new experience on a cruise ship that will set sail from Port Canaveral.
Plus, animal shelters crowded. How you can help, coming up next.
Plus, you can make money off selling your data. How to pull it off, coming up in our next half hour.
New at 11, Florida joins a multi-state lawsuit against Google. What they're trying to accomplish for you on Fox 35 News Edge at 11.
This is our promise that you can depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team.
From days before the storm.
Will this next system become Elsa?
The Fox 35 Storm Team was here for you.
Keeping your family safe is what we do here.
Tracking and monitoring.
Back to hurricane force.
Until the danger passed.
Our skies will be clearing here in Central Florida.
Depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team. Fox 35 News is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner. This is Tracking the Tropics. Of course, Elsa, it's on its way out, but still set to bring wind to parts of the northeast U.S. Otherwise, in the next 5 days, no other tropical activity anticipated. All quiet.
See our entire inventory and schedule a test drive at lexusoforlando.com.
Welcome back. New tonight, animal shelters crowded as people return pets they got during the pandemic.
Yeah, so sad. Fox 35's David Bowden takes a look at the issue. So many adorable faces there. Well, take a look at this. A person used an inflatable mattress to float on floodwaters in Corpus Christi, Texas. This area got up to 7 inches of rain and more is expected. Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner joins us now.
Brooks, we're going to have some rain, but I don't think we're going to be floating on mattresses, right?
No, but that's what air mattresses are for. They're for sleeping when you have too many guests and floating down the street in Texas.
As a pontoon, of course.
It is. There's an old saying in Texas, every Texas drought is ended by a Texas flood, and that is no exception, certainly. We see it every year, it seems. Well, here's Elsa making its mark across the East Coast. It is about to track just east of New York City and make a run at southern New England. So Elsa not yet done with the northeast U.S., but by far she's gone from here. That storm is history, but it's left behind some moisture, so we're going to see thunderstorms tomorrow that will have a little bit more punch as far as potential. And a new pattern setting up tomorrow with an East Coast sea breeze colliding with a West Coast sea breeze. And where those two connect, it'll be like a cymbal and a drum set, and you'll have thunderstorms developing up the spine of the state, and we'll have heavy rain right across central Florida developing after lunchtime. Temperatures right now are hovering in the upper 70s, and that's about where we'll stay for most of the evening. A low tonight of 75. Tomorrow's high 90 degrees. Looking ahead, the next dry day or drier day as far as thunderstorm chances, we've got to wait till the end of next week. So we're in the thick of it, guys, but this is the time of year we get our rain, so let it be.
Well, here it is. Disney Cruise Line is adding more fun to their newest cruise ship, the Disney Wish.
Yeah, today a brand new dining experience was announced featuring 2 Marvel superheroes. Guests can now join Ant-Man and the Wasp for dinner during the Avengers Quantum Encounter. At each table, guests will be able to shrink or grow items around the restaurant with a special device. Superheroes will also greet guests right at their tables.
Doesn't that sound like fun? A new maze announced for Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando. This one inspired by the Netflix series The Haunting of Hill House. Iconic scenes from the show will be featured in The Maze. Halloween Horror Nights starts September 3rd.
I haven't seen the show, but I'm scared already.
I know. You know what? I actually
deal.
want to see it now.
Yeah?
After that. Yeah, I love stuff like that. Still ahead on Fox 35 News, teachers, your bonuses could be in jeopardy. Why a misunderstanding could stop the checks.
Plus, a man accused of climbing a church and setting it on fire, but he did not stop there.
Before the first storm rolls into Central Florida, the Fox 35 Storm Team Thunder Truck rolls out to warn you first. Depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team Thunder Truck.
Welcome back. A strange sight in Los Angeles. A man accused of climbing a 4-story church and then lighting the cross on fire. Police say he then jumped rooftop to rooftop trying to get away. Police waited for him on the ground and eventually took him into custody.
First Lady Dr. Jill Biden is in Central Florida tonight. She arrived at the Orlando International Airport earlier this evening. She attended the Scripps National Spelling Bee. This year, the event is being held at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at Disney World. This is Dr. Biden's second trip to Central Florida in the last 2 weeks. Coming up on Fox 35 News, controversy over trophies. Why parents of young girls on a softball team say they're not being treated equally.
Plus, Central Floridians accused of attacking Capitol Police back on January 6th. We have the disturbing pictures to show you coming up next.
You're watching Fox 35 News at 10:30.
The big story at 10:30, punching, kicking, and hitting Capitol Police officers with flagpoles and a stolen riot shield. That's what 5 Central Floridians are accused of during the Capitol riot. The group is accused of going on a 2-hour attack on law enforcement around the Capitol building.
Fox 35's Gloria Gomez takes a closer look. The death toll from the condo collapse in South Florida now stands at 64. Crews continue to work on their hands and knees, combing through the debris as they try to find remains still tangled in the rubble. More than 7 million pounds of concrete has been removed so far from the collapse site, and additional equipment has been brought in to speed up the operation.
The waiting and trying to, is there hope? Will we be able to have a miracle? I know it's weighed a lot on the family. It's weighed on the whole community. I know it's weighed on all of us.
76 people are still unaccounted for tonight.
2 Haitian Americans have been arrested in connection to the assassination of Haiti's president, and one of them is from South Florida.
Yeah, authorities say James Salages is one of 6 people arrested since that attack early yesterday morning. According to the Associated Press, Salages describes himself as an advocate for children and a politician who once worked as a bodyguard at the Canadian Embassy in Haiti. 4 other suspects were shot in a shootout with police and killed. 2 others are still on the run. Trophies are not just for the boys. Somebody got the idea that softball players would rather have gift bags. As Fox 35's Valerie Boy reports, that did not go over so well.
Something tells me they're going to get trophies.
I hope so. I have someone who says if they don't get them, he'll buy them for the girls. So there you go.
That's good to hear.
Well, a UCF sports team is cashing in on an endorsement deal.
The women's basketball team just signed on with College Hunks Hauling Junk as a sponsor. The team making history as the first sponsored team in the new NIL era. NCAA athletes can now profit off their name, image, and likeness. Each player on the UCF women's basketball team will promote and represent the brand. The co-founder of College Hunks says the decision to sign the team was personal.
I played college basketball. I also have 3 daughters. So partnering with a basketball team and a women's basketball team at that was really fulfilling for me as a founder and as a father to be able to support female athletes and support a basketball program.
Some of the athletes have signed on with other brands, including Barstool Athletics. It's time for your Sports Zone in 60.
Fox 35 sports anchor Adam Shadoff joins us now for a look. Hi, Adam.
Hey, guys, I love seeing the women get some endorsement deals. That is really cool. Coming up at 11:30 in the Sports Zone, a new name in the Magic coaching search. Plus, the Pride sign a new player ahead of their match tomorrow, and an FSU freshman wants to be a part of changing the Seminoles story. We'll see you at 11:30.
Adam, Tom Brady better not throw that trophy. It's way too heavy. He's going to drop it. Well, still ahead here on Fox 35 News tonight, how you can make money selling your own personal data.
Plus, an officer becomes a delivery person. How it all happened next.
And then coming up all new on the News Edge at 11, someone could soon be knocking on your door to check to see if you've been vaccinated. While the Biden administration thinks it's necessary, plenty of people are not too sure. And Brooks is here.
Yeah, weather-wise, a pretty quiet one outside right now. We're going to see temperatures hovering in the upper 70s, cooling to the mid-70s by daybreak. But with that sunshine, the atmosphere is going to recharge and deliver some thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. We'll track the timing and how much rain you can expect coming up.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, and enhanced internet content. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Tracking the tropics, brought to you by AQA Air Quality Assessors.
The Fox 35 News app is driven by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
Welcome back. Take a look at this. A man arrested for bringing guns and ammo into a Chicago hotel turns it into a love story. After the guy bonded out of jail, he got down on one knee in front of a car and popped the question. Well, the woman who picked him up started crying. You see her there? They got in the vehicle and drove off, I guess, happily ever after.
And the reporter asked him if he wanted to talk after, and he still said no.
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 I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Well, companies using your personal data to make money has been a really hot topic lately.
Yeah. Now, there is a way you can actually turn the tables and cash in. Fox 35's Heather Sullivan explains. That was Heather Sullivan reporting. This is a new one. Applying for a job via social media. Chipotle is now accepting job applications filed on TikTok, and they're doing so through the end of the month. Applicants can submit videos with job-related content through the TikTok app or a TikTok resume site. The chain is also hosting a coast-to-coast career day next Thursday. Chipotle is offering starting wages between $11 and $18 plus benefits. When did it go from videos to
I know.
job
How are
applications?
we applying on TikTok now?
Everything
I'm
is
so old school.
Same.
Paper
Same.
is the way to go. Well, live pictures now from Port Canaveral. The storms have quieted down, and it's really a beautiful night out tonight. But more storms are on the horizon. Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner joins us now for another look at the forecast.
And Brooks, how strong are these storms going to get?
Well, tomorrow we could have some real gully washers, frog stranglers, call them what you will. It'll be really pouring when those storms form. And it's all thanks to the moisture left behind from this Tropical Storm Elsa. The latest 11 o'clock advisory out, winds still at 50 miles per hour, but they've noticed that it's actually trying to reorganize, but they think it may be actually sort of transferring its energy, becoming what's called an extratropical cyclone, losing those tropical characteristics as it zooms on off toward the northeast. Expected to do so over the next 24 hours by tomorrow morning, sitting somewhere over Long Island, and after that, making a quick run at Cape Cod before moving off into the Canadian Maritimes. Tomorrow will likely be the last day we talk about Tropical Storm Elsa as Tropical Storm Elsa. Fox 35 Storm Tracker radar is all quiet right now, but we may have a couple of sprinkles developing overnight. So let's talk about that 7-day forecast. Look at those rain chances remaining elevated, even though we lose the influence of Elsa, her icy grip moving away. We're going to, not so icy actually, it's a tropical system after all. We're going to see those rain chances remaining elevated until the end of next week, about a 30% chance for rain on Thursday. Guys, you know, I was talking about Disney and then Elsa, and then, you know, it all kind of came together.
From Frozen.
No
That's
ice.
where the icy came from.
Yep.
Well, an 11-foot gator is settling into its new home at Gatorland. Take a look. The gator was rescued from Indian River County and is the park's first rescue gator of 2021. The gator was being fed by people near a boat ramp in Fellsmere. You're not supposed to do that because the gator got a little bit too comfortable with humans. He is warming up now to the 3 other gators who live in his same habitat.
Beautiful alligator. We introduced him into our breeding marsh here, and he was 11 foot. He was probably pretty dominant where he lived, but he dropped in here with One-Eyed Kyle and Lamar and Buddy and Buster, and these guys are 13, 14 feet. So he's trying to find his own little safe spot out there, and he'll adjust. He's going to find him some ladies, and he's going to have a great time out here.
The stud of the habitat.
Yeah, finding the ladies. They have a lot of gators out there. My favorites are the albino gators. Really cool. Well, Gatorland is holding a contest to help name their new gator. We have a link on our website. Just go to fox35orlando.com. Trending tonight, a police officer in Arkansas becomes a DoorDash delivery driver.
Yeah, this happened back in June after the original DoorDash driver was arrested during a traffic stop. Police said that driver had a warrant, was using a suspended license, and had no proof of insurance. A body camera shows what happened next. The police officer made the delivery after the arrest. Talk about full service work there.
I was going to say, he is committed.
Really going the extra step. Next on Fox 35 News at 10, the shuttle program ended 10 years ago.
And the Space Coast is still going strong, though, and they want to go a step further. What's planned there coming up next.
But first, saving you cash in the Fox 35 Pump Patrol. Gas is just $2.92 a gallon at the racetrack on University Boulevard and Metric Drive in Winter Park.
Depend on the Fox 35 Storm Team weather app. Always what you need when you need it. New at 11, Florida joins a multi-state lawsuit against Google. What they're trying to accomplish for you on Fox 35 News Edge at 11.
A lot of land around the launch and landing facility at Kennedy Space Center is ready for development.
Yeah, and Space Florida says, come on down. As Fox 35's Alina Shirazi reports, a lot more jobs could be coming to the Space Coast. More people are using dating apps like Tinder and Hinge, but not to find a date.
That's interesting. Instead, they're looking for friends. Some apps already have those search options. In fact, the Wall Street Journal says 35% of Gen Zers have used apps to find friends in the last year. The Survey Center for American Life says 1 in 5 American men don't have a single close friend, which is kind of sad.
That is sad. No one from high school or
I know,
college?
Right? Thanks for joining us at 10. The News Edge at 11 starts now.